Most people think building wealth is about luck, timing, or having a high-paying job, but that's not the real reason 95% of people stay broke or financially stuck. The truth is far more uncomfortable. It comes down to habits, decisions, discipline, and how people respond when things get difficult. In this video, I'll break down exactly why most people never build real wealth, and more importantly, how you can position yourself in the 5% who actually do. 10. Comfort addiction silently destroys financial ambition. Most people think the reason they are not wealthy is lack of opportunity, but in reality, it is their relationship with comfort. Comfort is addictive because it gives instant emotional relief. Watching videos, scrolling social media, eating out, buying small luxuries, and avoiding difficult tasks all feel harmless individually. However, over time, these small comfort-based decisions compound into a lifestyle that is completely disconnected from wealth creation. The 95% continuously avoid discomfort, which keeps them trapped in the same financial position for years or even decades. 9. Single income dependency creates long-term financial vulnerability. One of the biggest financial weaknesses in the modern world is depending on a single income source. Most people rely entirely on a job or one business without any backup system. This creates extreme vulnerability because any disruption, job loss, salary reduction, economic changes, or health issues can instantly destabilize their entire life. They gradually build additional income channels such as freelancing, side businesses, investments, or digital assets. Even if one stream fails, others continue to generate money. This reduces stress and increases financial control over time. 8. Passive consumption destroys creative potential. The average person consumes massive amounts of digital content daily, but produces almost nothing in return. Social media algorithms are designed to keep users scrolling endlessly, which trains the mind to be reactive instead of creative. Over time, this creates a mindset where people are always watching others succeed instead of building something themselves. The gap between these two behaviors becomes extremely large over time. Low-value skills create invisible income ceilings. Many people spend years working without realizing that their skills determine their financial limits. If a skill is easy to replace or does not create measurable value, income will remain capped no matter how hard someone works. This is why many hardworking people still struggle financially. These skills are valuable because they either generate revenue or influence decisions that lead to revenue. Once mastered, they can be applied in multiple ways across freelancing, business, or employment. 6. Fear of failure prevents action and delays success indefinitely. Fear is one of the most powerful hidden forces controlling financial outcomes. The 5% reframe failure as a necessary part of progress. Every mistake, rejection, or unsuccessful attempt provides information that improves future decisions. Instead of avoiding failure, they use it as a learning tool. Over time, this creates experience, resilience, and better decision-making, which eventually leads to success. 5. Short-term thinking traps people in survival mode. Most people make financial decisions based on immediate needs rather than long-term impact. They think in terms of this month's bills, this week's expenses, or quick satisfaction. This creates a survival mindset where life is reactive instead of strategic. The 5% operate with long-term thinking. They evaluate decisions based on where they will lead in 3, 5, or even 10 years. This allows them to prioritize investments, skills, and systems that may not pay off immediately, but create exponential results later. Wealth is rarely built in the short term. It is built through long-term direction. 4. Expense-driven behavior prevents asset accumulation. A major reason most people never build wealth is because they consistently convert money into expenses instead of assets. The 5% follow a completely different rule. They prioritize converting income into assets first. Assets include investments, businesses, digital products, content libraries, and intellectual property. These assets generate returns over time, which eventually creates financial independence. Expenses reduce flexibility, while assets increase it. 3. Inconsistency breaks the compounding effect of success. Even when people start strong, most fail to stay consistent long enough to see results. This is one of the most underestimated reasons for financial failure. Many online businesses, investments, and skill-building efforts require months or years before meaningful results appear. The 5% understand that success is delayed but cumulative. Every small action builds on previous effort. Content compounds, skills compound, and investments compound. The 95% quit during the early stage where results are invisible, while the 5% continue long enough to reach the compounding phase where results accelerate dramatically. 2. Lack of systems keeps income linear instead of scalable. Most people rely entirely on linear income, working hours in exchange for money. If they stop working, income stops immediately. This creates a fragile financial structure that never scales beyond personal effort. The 5% focus on building systems. These systems include automated businesses, digital products, content channels, and investment portfolios that generate income repeatedly without constant manual input. Instead of trading time for money, they build structures that multiply effort over time. This shift is what separates small income from scalable wealth. 1. The fundamental shift, worker mindset versus builder mindset. The biggest difference between the 95% and the 5% is not intelligence, opportunity, or background, it is identity. The 95% operate with a worker mindset. They focus on tasks, stability, instructions, and short-term earnings. Their goal is to exchange time for money in the safest way possible. The 5% operate with a builder mindset. They focus on ownership, systems, leverage, and long-term value creation. Instead of asking how much they can earn today, they ask what they can build once that continues paying them repeatedly. Builders think in terms of assets and scale, not hours and wages. Over time, this difference becomes the deciding factor in wealth creation. Wealth isn't reserved for a special group of people. It's the result of different choices repeated over time. The gap between the 95% and the 5% is not intelligence, it's consistency and long-term thinking. If this video opened your eyes, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more content on money mindset, online income, and financial freedom strategies that actually work in 2026. Stay consistent, and the results will follow.